I am God. I am Magi. So, I was Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ was born, there were three men who visited Jesus and Mary and Joseph with offerings of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And they are called Magi. Now, the thing is, Jesus was described as the Word. Ma means mother. Guy means a man or a boy. And sometimes it's used to refer to a group of people that can include women, which is guys. But this is the thing. I am Ma Guy. I was born out of a woman's body when I was Jesus, like I came out of Mary. In this lifetime, I came out of a woman called Fiona. So I guess that makes me Ma Guy. I'm God. I am the Word. The reason man has the ability to speak is because I gave him that ability, not the other way around. Yeah? So hopefully I've made myself nice and clear. Okay. So, what does it say here? I'm looking at Wikipedia. Magi, that is the plural of magus. Magus. Magi. So Magi is the term for priests in Zoroastrianism and earlier Iranian religions. It's also used, well, this is the thing, right? Because I am the source of all magic. I'm God. All power comes from me. I am Magi. And the world wants to worship Mary or Fiona or Abraham or Jacob or Muhammad or there's a long list of names. Oh yeah, a long list of them. But Mary is probably the most worshipped on this planet. And then there's Fiona, who is my dead mum. She died 3 years ago. Well, she died in 2021. So, that phrase, well, the word magic, I am the Magi. The Magi. Or the Magi see. Yeah, because I got eyeballs. Yeah. I am magic. But the fact is, as well, my only relation with mother is, well, I hate her. I hate Mary. I hate Fiona. Um, the only connection, well, the fact is, I came out of their vaginas. Jesus came out of Mary's vagina, and I came out of Fiona's vagina. But the world seems to be very happy with them. Be like, oh, well, they must be the creator then. No, they're not. I created them. It's the other way around. I just happened to form in their wombs and come out of their vaginas. Yeah, that's all that ever happened with them. But the fact is they're evil, and they wanted to try to steal my light. I mean, imagine that. Okay, so when Jesus was born, 3 men, referred to as Magi, went to visit Jesus. You know, the Word. So the Magi went to go see the Magi to give him gifts. Yeah, and then off they went. Yeah. Why did they feel compelled to do that, I wonder? Well, it's the same reason why, well, it's a power thing. That's what it is. It's about power. People are drawn to my power. It was the same when I was Jesus as it is now. So, there's a lot of magicians in this world. Yeah, but they're not me. I am my guy. It's interesting though, because when I was born, my mum got fat. You know, so my mum married my dad before I was born. She married my dad a long time ago, in the 80s, 1980s. Then she got pregnant, and then she divorced my dad, and then she gave birth to me, and then my mum got really fat. Yeah, so fat her. Yeah, and then she became a lesbian, and a butch lesbian. She became a fat her butch lesbian. Yeah, it's strange though, because she always wanted me to be gay. Yeah. So you think she was a demon trying to be me? That's all she ever wanted to do. She wanted to be me. So what is the reason? I explain. I am my guy. I am the Word. But you see, these evil mothers. So Fiona and Mary, in my case, well, that's the thing. They've been trying to steal my power. They've been trying to steal my power through word magic. Magic, yeah. I mean, I'll give you an example, right? Have you ever seen the film Blade? You know, it's Wesley Snipes. He's the half human, half vampire guy, or whatever. He called the Daywalker, and he's going after a vampire called Frost. And he wants to participate in a ceremony to become the blood god, and the blood god is called La Magra. La Magra. My name's Grunt, by the way. um, yeah, and there's a scene where Blade, played by Wesley Snipes, he goes into some sort of archive and he finds this vampire woman, this fat vampire woman called Pearl. I don't know if it's a woman, it's a female or a male, but sounded very feminine, which is a fat blob. And I would say she had all the, had the information about the ritual, the La Magra ritual, and Blade wants to take that information, and basically ends up frying Pearl with a a powerful torch until she's dead, sort of thing. And that 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 character called Pearl always reminded me of my dead mum. Strangely enough. Anyway, yeah. Um, but this, yeah, I am my guy. Um, See, the thing about ma is obviously if you turn those letters turned around, it spells am. Yeah. And obviously that there's Jesus said that he's the morning star, right? When you look at a clock in the morning, it says a.m. Yeah, a.m. after midnight. Yeah. Um, Also, Archangel Michael, a.m. as well. Yeah. Wow, it gets confusing, doesn't it? But the thing, the word Ma is short for mother, and my car. Well, cars they get taken for MOTs, and people often they call their cars, they get their cars, a woman's name, right? So I take my car for an MOTer. I suppose I'm MOT. In that sense, you could say I am MOTer. Yeah. Um, but I mean, I shouldn't have to explain so much. I really shouldn't have to. I am my guy. I mean, the reason that those three men went to Jesus when he was born, they were drawn to him. And it's because of the ma guy connection. That's why. Um, I mean, I know that obviously English wasn't a language back then, but obviously, this is how it works. This is how it works. It's not restricted by time, because what happened all the way back then, people were the way people behave. Well, it is. I mean, what happens today? What happens? It happens in the future. The English language has changed. It's all a part of a gigantic plan, basically, that's played out. That's the best way I can put it, really. Um, I mean, where I live, yeah, Weston-super-Mare, they've got a local newspaper. It's called the Western Mercury. Well, Freddie Mercury, yeah, he was a Zoroastrian guy, wasn't he? He came from a Zoroastrian family, didn't he? So yeah, it's not a mistake. He was in a band called Queen. Anyways, I've explained who I am. I am my guy. That's basically, that's like, I mean, think about it, So many people have referred to me as Fiona's son, which is very similar to my guy, because obviously Fiona was my ma. Yeah? And her guy was son. Obviously son is more specific. But obviously my guy, well, this is the thing. You see, Mary wants to be a whore. Fiona wants to be a whore. Right? They want to get with some other guy and pretend that it's me. That's the thing. They want to. I mean, you have to understand. Like, I'm father, right? I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Like, a woman gives birth to her own father, but in a sense, I mean, well, I'm the creator of her. I'm the creator of them. It just happens that I was formed in their womb and I came out their vaginas. Yeah, it's a bit fucked up, but that's how it is. Anyways, hang on a second. I mean, that's the thing, because my biological dad is called Charlie or Charles. Yeah? So I live in the United Kingdom. The king of this country is called King Charles III. You see, he was my guy as well. Yeah? And he wasn't the only one. Right? There were other guys that my mum got with. Yeah? A guy called Steve. See, my mum was drunk on my blood. That's the thing, right? She was drunk on my power. She was too busy being a whore. That's the same with Mary, and it's the same with Fiona. They always wanted to play this game. I mean, this is the thing, right? The world is obsessed with my power. That power is called magic. My guy C. Well, this is the thing. I am the source of that magic. I'm the source of all that power. It just so happens the word is my guy C, or magic, or magic. I explained in an earlier video, talking about the sun cross, used in magic. It's a cross inside of a circle, used by Norse magicians. These are pagan people. These are pagan witches. They don't acknowledge Jesus being sacrificed, yet they'll have a massive symbol that they use, and it's the basis of all their magic, basically. Well, it is. I mean, a lot of it is if you look at their magical drawings, their magical circles that they make, it is the basis. That's where it, it's the same with the Celtic cross. It has a circle around the center of the cross. The sun cross existed. The symbol for the sun cross existed before Jesus Christ was crucified. But that's the thing. It's when Jesus came, he had to fulfill all kinds of prophecy, right? All kind of prophecies, But that's the thing. He's the Word. He had to fulfill certain prophecies, right? And all the magic that happens, all the witchcraft people do in the world, it affected Jesus, and it affects me as well. When people do witchcraft, it's a problem. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm constantly in a battle. It's like having a constant game of tug of war with the world. The world's just pulling, and I'm holding on to this thing, and it's like, well, that's mine. You can't take that. I'm constantly in a battle with it, and people don't. I keep telling people, stop it, or you're gonna be dead. Stop it. You're gonna burn in hell. Anyways, you see, the world, the demons, they call me the Magi. I'm the Magi. Instead of calling me who I am, I'm God. I'm God. But instead of naming me, instead of identifying who I really am, they just say, oh, he's my guy. Yeah, that guy. We'll steal all his power. That's their plan. Yeah. And the other thing is, well, those guys, those three, they were called wise men. Some people call them three kings, although they weren't kings. I don't think they were. But the fact is, people do actually call them that. And the thing is, the number 3, well, it looks like a butt. And what a king does, well, a king sits on a throne. Okay, and so that so the fact that becomes a sex magic thing, because guys, they want to sit on a butt, don't they? Someone else's butt. You know what I'm saying? They want to. It's sodomy. Yeah, it's sex. Sex magic. Magi. Sodom. Egypt. That's how Jesus was crucified. In the land. I'll read it to you again, because you people do not ever seem to listen. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. So this is talking about 2 witnesses, okay? So verse 8 says, their bodies will lie in the public square of the great city, which is figuratively called Sodom and Egypt, where also their Lord was crucified. The world is obsessed with sodomy and BDSM. Why? Because the light of Jesus's crucifixion. So when I was Jesus and I was crucified, that is, that's where I shined the brightest. And so people want to associate themselves with that light through witchcraft and sex magic. But the thing is, I am my guy C. Yeah, I'm my guy C. Yeah, I have eyeballs. I can see. So, I've made my point.